In the dazzling world of cryptocurrency, where billions are created and destroyed with the click of a button, few stories haunt the blockchain like this one. A fortune that simply vanished into thin air. No hacks, no thefts, no scandals, at least not in the way you'd expect. Just an enormous sum. Over $2 billion worth of digital wealth that ceased to exist. To this day, analysts, developers, and blockchain detectives are left scratching their heads, wondering how a network built on transparency could conceal such a massive disappearance. Was it a technical failure, a cover-up, or something far more complex? A deliberate erasure written into the very code of the system itself. In a realm where every transaction is recorded forever, it seemed impossible for billions to vanish without a trace, and yet that's exactly what happened. What began as a small discrepancy soon grew into one of crypto's most baffling mysteries, the digital mirage, shimmering with wealth that wasn't really there. As layers of investigation unfolded, it became clear this wasn't a single event, but a chain reaction spanning multiple blockchains, exchanges, and wallets. The deeper experts dug, the more it seemed like reality itself was slipping through their fingers. 1. The illusion of digital wealth. At the height of the crypto boom, everyone believed in the numbers glowing on their screens. Tokens worth millions, exchanges processing billions. It all felt real. But the crypto world runs on code, and code is only as honest as the people who write it. Behind the bright dashboards and rising graphs, a silent illusion was forming. Hidden bugs, inflated balances, and phantom coins quietly multiplied across systems. At first, no one noticed. The markets were euphoric. Investors were too busy celebrating their newfound fortunes. But beneath that excitement, a glitch, or perhaps a manipulation, was growing. A few developers saw irregularities in token supplies, balances that didn't match transaction records. Some thought it was a minor sync issue. Others warned of deeper corruption. But before anyone could react, the illusion solidified. Billions of dollars existed, not in reality, but only in the reflection of the blockchain's imperfect mirror. 2. The day the numbers stopped adding up. It began with small inconsistencies across major exchanges. Account balances fluctuated inexplicably. Some wallets showed missing amounts. Others displayed more than they ever held. Developers working on auditing protocols noticed discrepancies in transaction histories, subtle gaps, missing hashes, and mismatched block confirmations. Then came the revelation. Multiple exchanges had been relying on mirrored data feeds that weren't perfectly synced with the blockchain. In essence, they weren't looking at the chain itself, but at shadows of it, cached data, delayed updates, and incomplete records. When everything was reconciled, $2 billion in apparent assets simply disappeared. 3. The multi-chain paradox. What made the mirage even harder to explain was how far it spread. It wasn't confined to one coin or one exchange. Ethereum, Solana, Binance Smart Chain all showed traces of the same phantom wealth. Wrapped tokens, synthetic assets, and liquidity pools had created layers upon layers of digital reflections. Each system depended on another for verification, forming a hall of mirrors where values bounced endlessly between chains. The result was duplication without realization. Synthetic ETH backed by synthetic BTC, collateralized by synthetic USD. When one mirror cracked, the illusion rippled outward. Suddenly, collateral that backed loans no longer existed. Trading pairs lost their foundation. Billions in perceived value evaporated overnight. 4. The ghost of the ledger. Blockchain is often described as an unalterable truth machine, a digital ledger that can't lie. But this event revealed a haunting truth. Even a perfect ledger can record illusions perfectly. Investigators traced the mirage across countless transactions, each verified, timestamped, and confirmed by thousands of nodes. Yet what they were confirming wasn't real value, just an illusion of it. This wasn't a hack or fraud in the traditional sense. It was a systemic hallucination. Smart contracts referenced values that no longer existed or never had. Token bridges used outdated oracles. Automated systems made blind assumptions that compounded with every transaction. The ledger didn't lie. It simply told the truth of a lie that everyone believed. 5. The blame game begins. Panic swept across the crypto community. Exchanges froze withdrawals. Developers rushed to audit smart contracts. Investors demanded answers. Was it human error or deliberate manipulation? Each camp had its theories. Some accused exchanges of fabricating liquidity to appear stable. Others blamed cross-chain bridges that failed to synchronize properly. A few insiders pointed fingers at high-frequency trading bots that had exploited minor timing gaps between price feeds, amplifying the illusion until it looked like real capital. When the truth emerged, no single culprit could be identified. 6. The Vanishing Act. The collapse didn't happen all at once. It was slow, quiet, almost graceful. Balances adjusted downward. Tokens devalued. Smart contracts auto-liquidated positions. Billions disappeared not in a flash, but in gradual recalibration. For some, the losses were catastrophic. Entire projects collapsed when they realized their treasuries were backed by phantom tokens. Investors who thought they were millionaires woke up broke. Others never even noticed. Their wallets still showed numbers, but those numbers meant nothing anymore. The mirage had done its job perfectly. It made everyone believe, and when the illusion ended, belief was all that had ever existed. 7. The human factor. Forensic analysts later discovered something chilling. Much of the mirage could have been prevented. Logs showed developers had spotted anomalies months earlier, but dismissed them as non-critical. Auditors noticed warning signs, but assumed they were network delays. Everyone trusted the system too much to question it deeply. This wasn't a technological failure alone. It was human arrogance disguised as innovation. Crypto had promised to eliminate human error, but humans had simply buried it deeper, behind complex algorithms and automated code. 8. The cover-up conspiracy. As the dust settled, conspiracy theories began to swirl. Whistleblowers claimed some major exchanges had known about the discrepancies and quietly absorbed the losses to avoid panic. Others accused stablecoin issuers of hiding the truth by printing new tokens to fill the gap. Documents leaked months later hinted at silent cooperation between blockchain analytics firms and exchanges to rewrite certain ledgers. If true, it meant that what appeared to be a technical correction was actually a coordinated attempt to rewrite history, to erase the mirage without admitting it ever existed. Whether those claims are true remains uncertain, but one fact is undeniable. The mirage changed the way crypto insiders viewed the concept of truth. 9. Lessons from the mirage. The crypto mirage exposed a terrifying vulnerability in the digital economy, not theft, but illusion. The problem wasn't that someone stole money, it was that the system believed money existed when it didn't. In a world driven by code, perception becomes reality, and reality becomes negotiable. Developers now design systems with redundancy checks, multiple oracle verifications, and anti-mirroring algorithms. But the mirage lingers like a ghost in the blockchain, a reminder that even perfect code can create imperfect truths. It also forced investors to confront a harsh lesson. Transparency means nothing if no one understands what they're looking at. 10. The mirage lives on. Years later, traces of the $2 billion disappearance still echo through the blockchain. Some believe fragments of the missing value remain hidden, buried deep in unclaimed wallets, orphan contracts, or unsynchronized ledgers. Others say it's truly gone, erased in the recalculation that restored order. But maybe, just maybe, that was the point. The mirage wasn't a bug. It was a reflection of our world. A digital echo of the same illusions that exist in traditional finance, where paper wealth disappears with the fall of a market. The blockchain didn't create the mirage, it merely revealed it. Even today, as you scroll through crypto charts and token prices, somewhere in that endless sea of numbers lies a reminder that not every fortune is real, not every ledger tells the truth, and sometimes $2 billion can simply cease to exist. In the end, the story of the crypto mirage isn't just about lost wealth, it's about the fragility of digital belief, the idea that what we see on our screens must be true. It's about human overconfidence in the systems we build and our refusal to accept that even the purest code can lie. The mirage reminds us that in the world of crypto, truth isn't written in stone, it's written in code. And sometimes, code dreams too. If you found this story as haunting as the blockchain itself, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because somewhere another mirage may already be forming, and next time, it might be your wallet glowing inside the illusion.